Welcome back, guys, to another video on Minecraft, and today we're going to be doing some more building in the base. Look at my silly face. Doesn't really fit with the helmet, but I hope you guys enjoy this one. And like always, it's just one of those things. We're going to be working in the base, and I got to remember which one it was that I did over here. That is the bottom one, so I gotta wire up this one and this one to fill those. So let's get right into this one. So I'm gonna be needing a couple of things, and I am gonna teach you guys entirely how to do this, because for one, it's something that I think that everybody should know how to do, for the simple fact that it's just something cool to know how to do and to be able to set up reliably and pretty quickly, and all of that. And that's everything I should need for this. I'm hoping I have enough of everything. Do that, and then take these and put them here. So if you guys watched the first time I did, or the first one of this, then, or not first one, but if you guys watched I need some of these for building blocks. If you guys watched it when I built the first one of this, then you guys know that how it works and what makes it tick. Obviously, there's a comparator that takes an output from the hopper, and then that feeds into what stops the powered rail and allows the minecart to, one, stop, and two, continue going. So in doing this allows you to power this, or if you power this block here, which all of this is gonna come out over here as well. And so this allows you to take an output from the hopper, in which is going to be there, and then that feeds into there and there, and then, hold on, I can't do it that way. I just remembered why. Is because of this block, actually, right there, which I need to put back because I do need that block for the powering of the rail, because you can't run two things simultaneously. So what this is going to allow us to do is to run hoppers like so, and this allows us to place blocks into, or a block that we can power right there, which allows us to power the minecart rail, because I have to take a comparator out, which I need a comparator, because I thought I grabbed everything, and I guess I didn't. Oh, that's right, I don't have any. Okay, let us get some quartz from down below. This room looks great now that it's lit up. Don't even see any of the lights, too. It's awesome. And there should be a crafting table up here. Yes. Redstone. Ooh. I need stone. Is it cobble, or is it... I believe it's cobble. But I'm going to take a stack of both. That's gravel. A stack of both. Just in case. Oh, yes. It is stone, to be exact. I'm just going to make as many of those as I can, because I need as many as I can. And as long as I have one torch, that's all I need. I only need one redstone torch. Actually, I need more than one. Great. I'm lying to you guys. I think this in all takes like 3 or 4 redstone torches. I believe you could also do it with no, you can't actually do it with levers, even though levers would also make sense, because you have to be able to turn whatever it is off without actually being there to do it. If that makes sense. It should make sense. So I'm going to take the comparator out from this block here, and it's going to go into a repeater going the same direction. And then that repeater is going to feed into a block, and on the other side of that block there's going to be a redstone torch. And underneath that redstone torch you're going to take some redstone dust and you're going to just plop it down. And then right here you only want 3, because if you put more than that then you're going to feed into this and it's going to cause issues. You're going to take yourself a repeater and you're going to just plop down 2 of them. Boom. And that should, and not should, it does turn that hopper, or this, on, which allows you to stop the minecart whenever you need to. Now I'm going to also put down, if I had another one, I don't know why I don't have another one. Am I out? No, I'm just dumb, I guess. You also need a powered rail on this here, and then you're going to also want to do something similar to that, except it's going to be, you don't need nearly as much going on. So what we're going to need is to actually have a way out once we do this, is we're going to plop down a block that gets powered, because we don't want to run anything close to these, just in case something goes wrong. Throw down, not that, a repeater and a redstone torch, and bam, that's all you need to do for those. And that just powers this rail. It's the same with the ones in the middle. You do have to do this if you're running this kind of system. As long as I am, this is a 16 block system. The powered rail only moves it like I think it's like 15 or so. So it's kind of like one of those things you have to make sure you do. Now the last bit of this is to make sure that we line everything up properly, because this is where, oh, I need a dropper. Get 1 dropper is all I need. Is the rest of this is just the item elevator. So this is going to take items all the way up there, and I got to make sure that the block above this one is not there, and then that will block off that, which actually this may cause an issue. So yeah, because as long as these are full, so I'll explain this one a little bit too. So for an item elevator, for items to go through blocks, you do have to have this T-shape, so it should look like this, all the way up as high as you're going, directly above the dropper, and that is so that the dropper can send the item through, and then that item glitches through all of those blocks all the way up to where you're going. And if there wasn't a space above that hopper, then it just continue going to above bedrock, and that's not where we want to send it. We want to send it just to where that hopper is. So that's that. And then the last thing we need to do is set up the redstone clock, the observer clock, that allows it to feed the items. So this is just a hopper line to get to the the dispenser, and then once you do that, you take a comparator out from there and a redstone torch here, and then you run redstone around here like so, and then so that means when there's items in here, the torch turns off and it creates an update for the observer. And I don't remember what direction the observer has to go. It is the other direction. So that little dot on the back end, or on the front end of it, the observer has to be able to look at this so that it creates a clock. So this allows us to throw those in there, and because of there not being a block here, it messed with the ability for it to travel upwards. So if I were to stand in that corner, I'd pick up everything, so that's why you don't have to fill that corner. And this allows us to, I don't have a way over there. I don't really build in a place in which you can like access the redstone afterward, but that allows us to, oh, I should have also put in minecarts. Let me go run and grab a couple of those, and then it is not that one, it's this one. No, it's, which one was it? Ah, there it is. And we need 2 minecarts and 2 chests, because we need to make 2 minecart chests, because that is the best way to do it. And these have to be regular chests or they don't craft properly, which is, I'm hoping, obvious to most everybody. And if it's not, then don't be ashamed of it, but it should be. And then I need blocks as again. I don't have anything in those. Let me run and grab. I need more netherrack as well, which I think I smelted it all. Stupid risky. Nope, I didn't smelt it all. Sweet. I needed all of that left over. And then this allows us to build right here, which I also need one there. I'm just going to punch this wood because, you know, why not? And so you can see that there are as many as I put in there up here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down each of these. Hopefully get in here before. So as they're going by, they're just constantly going back and forth. Now there is a way you can make this to where these don't move constantly, but you don't need to make them to where they don't move. There's not a necessity for that. I think, yeah, that one does cover that. So it does drop something into that, so you won't have to worry about that. And then, so this will allow us to drop in, let's put 11 of that in there, and then watch it go. So as you can see, it's stopped there, and then once those items make it through, they're going to be dropped into 11 of the, well, minus that rail, 11 of these. And they're all going to be even, except for when there's a rail in the way. And so on and so forth. And so that's going to be that part. Now, this last part is a little bit, actually, it should be super easy. I didn't run into any issues with this. I just need some wood. And I don't think I have any because I used it all to make, it's going to be over here. Yeah, I'm just going to use spruce slabs for the time being. We got to go and get some more wood, so we'll do that in the between episodes, because, you know, why not? And I also need a baton, which I don't have. Again, I'm going to need some more wood, so I'm just going to use one of the planks that I have from breaking that, so I'm going to need some of that too. And so what you do is with this is when you are done back here building everything, you just block it all up. I like to make sure everything's full because I hate knowing that there are spaces in which stuff can, 1, spawn, and 2, just spaces in which things can go bad. And then from there you take your piston, you plop it down right there, and then you take whatever color wood or whatever. This can be any block. It doesn't have to be a specific type, but for the wall that it is a part of, it it continues the pattern for the wall. That's why it's that. And then this allows you. I also need one more thing, which is a pressure plate. And this can as well be any kind of pressure plate. This allows you to lock the hopper down below, so whenever you throw whatever shulker box of stuff that you want to, this allows you to use shulker boxes for this purpose. And so you lock the hopper and then you push the button, and it allows you to pick it up before the hopper does, so that you don't like throw a shulker box in there into the system, in which it won't get smelted or do anything. It'll actually just clog up your system, which isn't really that big of a deal, because if it goes into this one, then it'll actually get put in there and it just won't smelt. It'll just sit right here. So that is one good thing about like that end. This end, on the other hand, will actually, it won't mess up the system, but it'll prevent your hopper from holding 5 stacks of whatever coal you have, which right now I have various amounts because of just various for various reasons. But that's how you do that, and that you do that on exactly that. Well, not exactly that, because one is a little bit higher than the other, so you have to make the item elevator a little bit taller. But that's exactly how you make this system. This is exactly what you do to fill in all of to be able to feed into your minecart chest minecarts and feed into your furnaces, and then all of these furnaces just feed into this one chest that is on both ends, so it's the exact same way. And then this allows me to take this and feed it into this one, and so on and so forth. So this is a lot. These should kick on as soon as that back. Yeah, see, that back one's already stopped. Actually, it's not. Oh wow. So yeah, you can see that it's already dropping like 1 or 2 in each of these, and so on and so forth. I don't know what is stopping those. Yeah, and that's all it takes. And so you can use this to your advantage to decorate however you want. But this is just entirely the system. If you want to see this system in and of itself, pulled where there's no blocks anywhere, and it's just the item elevators and these, then I will actually put up in the description a super flat world, or not a super flat world, but a completely empty, a void world with this system in the description of this, or a place where you can get this map, download it for yourself so you can see it for yourself. Or if that doesn't seem like something you really care to do, then you don't have to worry about that, and you can just take my word for it. Both sides are the same. I can even go into spectator, but I'm not going to today. If you guys enjoyed this one, do remember to slam that like button into the ground and just give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, then just tell me in the comments why you didn't like it, and like it anyway, please. It helps me out. It helps you guys out. It tells me what you guys want to see, and it also tells me what is interesting to you, and it also helps my videos get to a point where more people can see them. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until the next time, do not forget to stay risky.